Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Advance Wars Story. Now, there's only one mission left to play, so we know where we're going. It's time for the final battle of Blue Moon. And obviously we're going to be facing Commander Olaf. There's nobody else to fight. So, this mission, I don't seriously hate it or anything, but it does kind of feel like the mission was designed to be an Olaf battle. Or a battle against Olaf, rather. And it can be a bit lengthy for that reason. Like, I'll get into it when the map starts. In the meantime, it seems Colin has definitely grown as a commander. He's no longer nervous like he was back in Advance Wars 2. And it looks like Grit is going to be with us too, so between him, Max, and Colin, I think Olaf doesn't really stand a chance. Yeah, people are going to be calling Colin Sir, like, other than his own men. This is Olaf we're talking about, Colin. There's really no way to talk him down. He's too proud to not turn down the chance to win a battle. Well, here we go. Oh, you know, it's actually interesting that the mission name is Frozen Wasteland. That's not the interesting part. The interesting part is that on the map, the flag was placed in the same location as Toy Box from Advance Wars 2. I don't know if that's important, but it's an interesting fact. Flayed, like a whip, perhaps? Because Olaf is called Whip in Japan? Now, we should translate this to Japanese now, see how they like it. That's a bit less savage than I would have liked, but it is Colin we're talking about. Howdy, Lash, I guess you're here too. You want to maybe take command instead of Colin? Then we would have... Well, actually, I'm just going to spam bombers anyways. So, yeah, let's stick with Colin. This is the best CO setup. We will defeat you, sir! I like that. Okay. So now let's take a look at the map. So the problem with this map is that you can see that there are cities, but there's a lot of plains and forests and no mountains or anything in the center here. This is really just one big battlefield where you put your units against his and then see who comes out on top. It's a little bit on the boring side for that reason, and what's more, there are no roads. I mean, there's cities, but there are no roads, and this has two very bad effects in my opinion. First of all is that Grit's indirects are here, and the missiles and rockets are not going to be able to move very far at all. They just won't. Because there's no roads for them to use. And when Olaf gets his powers, that's going to cause snow, so all of your units are just going to get slowed down. Normally... like, all of your units get slowed down on any terrain, but ground units on roads, those don't really get slowed down. The snow doesn't affect road tiles. So if there were some more road tiles here and there, just so you could get into the battlefield quicker, I think that would work out when the snow starts up. But until then, I can work with this, but when the snow starts, you'll see how problematic that can be. Also, I know I base blocked, but there's really no reason to build anything with Grit here. Like, you've got Grit and you've got Max, so it's best to just have them build exclusively the units that they are stronger with. And with Colin, I'm just gonna spam bombers because they're very inexpensive, combined with the price reduction in this ROM hack and the fact that we're playing as Colin. So let's move everything forward. Yeah, if nothing else, the map is not that huge. It's not going to take that long to clear it, but with me commanding 3 separate armies, that might take just a little while to get through. Also, because the map is very big, like not super big, but still kind of big, that's very advantageous to Olaf in particular, because his mass damage powers will do a lot more damage in general. It's more valuable. Oh look, it's Sonia again. Yep, nobody believes in you because you don't exactly have the best track record in wars. I mean, you lost all those tutorial battles against Orange Star in the first game, so that should be a big red flag. Or a blue flag, I guess. Okay, so first turn's done. Well, eventually it'll be done. Now that I have that airport, it's going to be time to spam the bombers eventually. Do I actually need any units? I mean, he's got 2 B-copters, and that's really... Well, he's got 4 B-copters. That's really all he has for air units. I guess I will get a couple of anti-airs, but then I have to save up money for the bombers. And Grit's just continuing on his way, capturing things. This tank is going to get distracted. I know what to do about that. Yeah, you can see how slow the indirect units move here. Alright, now it's Max's turn. Is there anybody that he can hit? If I lure the enemy units properly, they could, like... Well, I'll just have to sit outside of their range like normal. Not sure if there's any real reason for him to pick up anything besides direct combat units. I should have moved the medium tank forward a little, but that's fine. I won't need him straight out of the gate. I could probably send them to deal with the medium tanks in the center. But I'll have bombers soon enough. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is distract the enemy with a capturing infantry. And I will need one of these T-copters in order to get in on the HQ, because I would like to make it a swift HQ capture so that this doesn't take so long. Okay, these guys, they go down pretty easy. Can I hit the B-copters? No, they're just barely out of range. Sad. So they just walked right into Grit. And now they're getting a reminder of how awesome Grit is. In fact, if I just leave the infantry there, these missiles are going to have target practice real soon anyways. So, I'll also get a T-copter for Grit. Same reasoning as the one for Colon. This area is pretty wide open, so if I push through there, then I should be able to get a T-copter to the HQ. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, roll right over these guys, because I can make it to one of the B-copters. Unfortunately, this force tile's in the way. Actually, would clearing the enemy unit get me there? No, it wouldn't, actually. Well, okay, let's set up some defenses. The B-copters are gonna get distracted anyways. Let's bring any of these units can get distracted, really. Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't need to pay too much attention. And with that out of the way, time for Max to get some copters. Is he gonna use a blizzard? No, he's got a half a star, so he's got a half a star over his blizzard range, so I guess he's not gonna use it. Oh yeah, this is also a multi-CO battle, so I'm not 100% clear on how the scoring system works with regards to multi-CO battles. I think, if I remember right, it depends on... Like, normally in the campaign missions, it would just depend on whoever the main CO is. But for something like this, I'm not too sure. No need for Colin to get his hands dirty up there. Let's head down here. Now we can start putting out bombers. And Grit can do his thing with the copters. Keeping the turn order in mind is also going to be important. Like if the units ever start getting mixed up. Oh yeah, we're also going to be facing a Winter Fury eventually. Thanks to all of this unit destruction. Let's go ahead and put, I guess, all of my units in this area right here. Because that's probably where most of the action is going to end up. T-Copter starts on its way. And I'm gonna need some replacement artillery. Alright, copters go down first. And I suppose getting rid of the anti-air straight away is a good plan. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's a one-shot when you're max. I guess I could damage the medium tank a little more. It's not like it's gonna do much in counter-attacking. Alright, I'm gonna go on the city. And Max is just gonna be building copters. So Olaf definitely has his super now. But you can see that already his forces have dwindled very much so. He lost a lot of units before he was able to get anything done. Yeah, I actually wonder... I don't know if this ROM hack unlocks all of the colors for the COs in the usual manner. Oh, I think it just unlocks everything at the start, like after you clear that first mission, so... I guess I could have put on white-bearded Olaf. That would have been fun. Because you just don't see that all that often, because for whatever reason the default color in the American versions is brown. Okay, so the enemy has built a fighter. Ah yes, and you can see now the effect snow has. It's definitely very punishing for enemy air units. So that's something at least. I can't even reach that medium tank. But luckily that's not really a problem for Grit, because he just shoots everything from way in the back anyways. And now I have Super Snipe ready. Of course, now I have to get everything onto a green city in order to repair it. I don't even know if I need missiles anymore. I could do with some extra infantry, I guess. Okay, Max's turn now. I need to get rid of that medium tank. I'll hit it with a copter. No, I can't hit it with the copter, I forgot. I can hit it with this one. Now, these artillery are going to be able to get away from me, which is a teensy bit annoying. Over there. So yeah, there's just not a whole lot going on in the map anymore, if you ask me. I need to watch what that fighter is going to do, though. Oh yeah, if units get knocked into repair mode, that'll drain his funds while I'm at it. Well, at least indirects are capable of keeping relatively safe. Now we can actually use the bombers. See, can this fighter reach? it can. This anti-air... I can't guarantee that it will go after the infantry, so I might have to just sacrifice one of the bombers, unless I can have Grit just surround it with his... I will start to DS. Episode warning. Oh, it's right. I'm going with... Okay. Here. Whatever. Oh, don't worry. You can use your own product, use this or it doesn't go away. We will first and prepare our policies. Yes, take the first connection on the enemy. Yeah, oh, no, sir. This is you. It's your multi, you have a place there. Yeah, and he's how you do for me. Just make it. Oh, it's free. I make it. Here. And if you bought the all things you problem in chains are like, hey, I better give her that super. These will that's going on. Three. I'm gonna like get rain and find I'll be doctor. He's then now be again since you have to charm me. Okay, what is more than it? Thank her for using that. So I need to give it. Wow. I was as much as possible, and he has my ancient beer and very special. I'm going to say, this is easy. I'm the money for just my fidget humor. All else, I'm sure this is getting ash. Rest, she's in more. It's very low, but first. Her ass is close. I'll just give her a figure first. I know she either the winner did, is it's fine back half. It's hard to do. But no matter. Like this limit, but I cannot contact. All. I get myself off from national power in the he has a probably for the doctor. Problem still is this on his lines again. Oh, this is the yes. All this, they have in the balance turn. Some government is out and this camp. I really want to see them, yes. Oh, I got people who always move MS. I'm sorry, my name is on the side, they actually wow to find it, give them data and the reason they're again. Or I say. Elections finishes the order. Yeah, it's been back like rather out in the powerful of the morning search. It's from custody. This one is the end of the game. Mr. Soul is on enemy. She has his leakage. Good leave from your son. And us in. And us to log in. This is solid log lines of them. Hey, buddy. Just keep on logging in. Coming in. It's dreadful to it. And she's one on all elements and all for team do. I don't know that outfit. Another one makes sense that way. Or you said see for waves. Go back at it. Funny things I don't use. Let's see. Okay. Get together. And can be pushed on in it. It's great. So 3 to 5, so I do physical that and this. And I guess it's this one. I think there's other data I do. Guess you will usually. I don't get violence in there. And our things can hang out. Right, second in the brain, we are pretty on. Well, I want to start down now. The fashions a lot of the kind of line making moves. I think the aliens massive or new initial and then it's like one time pick a seeds and then create you. Right, therefore. And like they it is to have me in the door, they're not a shot thing. Imagine if it is. Especially anything about the food and things. See that from you, that's one of half a church. It's hard. I'll argue with anyhow. I'm gonna get that still okay. Let's just that in there. Sadly. It's hard thing that's free. I don't get enough to that. We're having to go over us. That was both not one. They didn't miss anything, so it's pretty strong. I have to go up here. I think I can use technology to do it hard. First, right now, it is to use grinding over. Really fake with that. I think we should. We can hold my end guys clean this. Okay, what's that? Keep it fold. Bad choosing these. Choose this. Also, so how she can name it and then that. Okay. Tonight, actually, I'll very bad on that. I thought a bit on it. I have to, and also maybe it was a chance. I don't know, I'm gonna go back this way. Well, I do not see that in line, so I don't use it. Oh, I do. Well, this near so I think it's mentioned that there is a wood. You see him by the police slot time. Well, if I'm shelf 8 and Microsoft is probably it. Don't you know? No, sir. I'm sure. So, the thing is running. Don't bother with that. You only want this there map menu. What? And I will see. You know, up. You know, I think we're because she's really losing. Never even had enough time. Barely hit. Oh, alright, they fire. I'm playing Sarah's bar. He's. Okay, I got me. Here. I sent you with this. I say, no longer with mom. I just started in there. I got making fire, and it's probably not it. Middle I guess. Kills goes probably minimal. The thing I got. Cool. Alright, fine. You want a power of money, here you go. We'll see how much a 30,000 power of money does. That's a lot of damage. Base block. And maybe this will let me actually... No. Of course not. Even money can't win that, fight. Well, okay. Just 2 more turns of this, I suppose. There's literally only 1 unit left. I mean, it's my fault for not bringing an anti-air, I guess, but... Okay, 16 days, that's over and done with. That took 40 minutes. I know it's supposed to be an epic grand finale, but come on. Why are you gasping for air? This was the easiest fight in the game. Yeah, that was well worth the lives spent to get to this point. And this is advice a lot of people need, really. I'll say that much. Lots and lots of dots. Oh, look, Sonia's here too. Oh, it's a call. Okay, it's a call. I'm not even sure what she means by that either. Yeah, go have your, ice cream, like you always do at the end of battles.
Mission complete.
It is nice to have this victory theme. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh yeah, since I ended it on Colin's turn, he had the lowest power ranking, but that was apparently not the fastest speed either. Oh my goodness. Yeah, really, that was way too lengthy because you're controlling 3 people at once. I'm sorry I have to say it. 3 people at once, you've got Olaf in the snow, and there's only 1 mission open. Well, I suppose we'll see what's up with that later. I need a break. I need water. And ice. Alright, I'm back. We have a Yellow Comet mission open, so let's see what that's all about. We're playing as Hachi, so that should be very fun. And we are apparently in Yellow Comet's capital city. odd thing to say, because when we get to the map, we'll see that it's comprised of many, many city tiles. Isn't that weird, how apparently a single headquarters or base building is as big as an entire city? Now, city tiles have always been a weird thing to look at. So Sonya knows she's going to be up against two of the best COs in all of Advance Wars. Hachi and Sensei are on the top of every tier list I've ever seen them on. Except for, like, Advance Wars 1, because they're not even in that game. And also Days of Ruin as well. So, this being the Imperial capital, of course we're going up against the Emperor. So, expect to fight through some heavy defenses. Naturally, we're going to be playing as Hachi. All those buildings mean we gotta use him and his powers. But, they could also choose to send out Sensei. Well, actually that wouldn't be so good. The map is very wide open, and even if he spams mechs, they're going to have to travel a fair distance. Oh my goodness, is this some remorse from Sonya I sense? Take a picture. It might not last as long as you think. Well, here we go. 4 stars, it says. 4 stars is the difficulty rating. Good mission name, though. Fellow students. Yeah, Hachi and Kanbei are both students of Sensei, so this is probably going to be an epic match, almost like that fight in Street Fighter 4 between Ryu and Goken. Okay, maybe not that epic. So I'm not really sure if I like this map completely, because you can see that we start out with, well, you can't really see all of the map at once, and the camera should really be centered on the HQ in the center of the map. But the idea is we've got bases on the 4 corners of the map, and the enemy HQ is in the center. Apparently the Yellow Comet capital city is walled off by pipes, like an Oblivion city. Yeah, I'm making some really weird references today. If Hachi made a pun, I didn't catch it. Finally, the battle starts. And we do in fact have to start by taking as many properties as possible, which unfortunately is going to take a little while because we're playing as Hachi and this ROM hack nerfs Hachi's capturing speed. So it's gonna take a while to get there. But yes, Kanbei can in fact get that mountain of troops. Depending on what he builds in the center, this could either be somewhat simple or very painful. Depends on the number of anti-air units. Because my strategy is going to be centered around spamming as many bombers as possible. Because with all of the price reductions and the fact that Hachi has a discount, bombers actually cost a very, very serviceable amount of cash, like 15,000 or so. And we're going to be capturing all these properties, and I'm not going to build very many units in any corner except this one in the bottom right, simply because this seems to be the easiest one to attack from. It's got the quickest airport to capture. This airport you need to, well, I guess you could capture that airport very quickly as well, but for some reason I use the bottom right one in my test plays, and so I'm going to use that here. Not really going to focus on the defenses of the other corners. Yeah, it's one of those maps where you basically attack from one angle, and well, it's not going to be very easy because Kanbei can sometimes build fighters and interceptors and anti-airs, so that's something to watch out for too. So I'm going to have to prepare for any possibility. I mean, I have the time for it. Go ahead and capture that airport on the next turn. And I'll go ahead and get this city. I think I can get that city. The problem with this map is that for all of the units that get built in the center, they all spread out and tend to leave the HQ vulnerable. So if they all spread out evenly, that's very good for us. And I also like to get some artilleries as well. I'm going to try and get more indirects than I normally would, because they're actually very useful for attacking the city in the center, because they can shoot past these walls. I have no idea why Kanbei decided to wall off the capital with pipes, of all things, but they are impenetrable, so if you wanted to copy Blackwell's pipe technology, I guess that's something he could do. But at the very least, we get this nice, relaxing Hachi theme to listen to. Oddly enough, this isn't actually Hachi's favorite song in the Advance Wars OST, because when you purchase the sound room, he says his favorite is actually Sensei's theme. Very odd. He would have been losing while listening to that theme quite often. Of course, that is kind of a fourth wall break moment, because I don't really think the COs would listen to their own theme music. Unless there's some, like, in-universe band that's writing all of the songs. Which would be actually pretty cool, not gonna lie. Okay, another artillery, and on the next turn, we can start making bombers and other air units. And I'm also going to need some APCs. But curiously, one of the best units you can actually make here is missiles. Yeah, when you're up against Kanbei, missiles tend to be... well, they're still missiles, really. But the thing is, missiles can still be good against Kanbei, because an anti-air, for example, if it tries to hit a bomber, you're going to take a lot of counterattack damage. But a missile avoids that counterattack damage, and in this case, this anti-air, if it goes to the right, that's what I would normally have the anti-air... well, that's what I would normally have the artillery for, excuse me. I'm flubbing my words a little bit. But since it's going away from me, I can actually, I'll actually just send out as many bombers as I want. And I can make my APC as well. I don't know what... oh, this artillery is actually going to sit in place and just attack the infantry. So knowing that, I can shoot at the artillery myself and waste Kanbei's money a little bit. And at this point, I don't really need to purchase any more units from any of the bases. So I'm going to be losing most of the infantry, but I don't really need to build any more, since I have one direction that I'm attacking from. It's also good to distract the problematic units. So last time I attempted this map, what happened was, for some reason Kanbei went hard on the anti-air defenses. He had like a fighter, he had interceptors. It just made the bomber rush strategy not as effective. This time around, I think it's going to go a bit differently, though. Right, get out a bomber, and... I should be able to finish capturing that airport, I think. Right, now I need to... I guess if I try and capture... did I not capture? Wait, why didn't I capture? That's weird. Huh. Like, the capture option should have been, like, the first thing on the menu, so that's actually a little strange. I'm gonna have to... yeah, it's the first thing on the menu, even if you move to a new city. I'm actually gonna have to look at that later, because I think I might have just found a bug. But we'll see. Alright, so some anti-airs are important just in case he starts getting some air units. Alright then. So I don't know if the rocket is gonna fire first. Alright, the artillery went first. That's actually good. So yeah, I don't know why the 1 HP infantry could not capture. maybe I just accidentally picked weight. Right, no anti-air units in the center as of yet, but this anti-air was a good idea because the enemy has a copter. So it's just going to be building a bunch of bombers and then moving them towards the center. Backup anti-air just in case. Oh, actually, I can test out what happened. Okay. Oh, so the capture option was there, but because Hachi's capture speed is reduced, this causes a 1 HP infantry to be unable to capture entirely, because it's rounding down. So instead of taking off 1 capture point, it's actually taking off 0 capture points, and the command just ends up doing nothing as a result. That is interesting, and I actually didn't know that about this engine. I think that's just an engine thing and not really anything Platinum Skink did. So, really cool to find that out. That's something even I didn't know. I'm just now discovering it. Alright, so the good thing about distracting the anti-air so that it goes up there is I don't have to worry about dealing with it down here. The enemy already has one, so they're going to think, oh, I don't need another one. Even though the position of the anti-air they've got is pretty bad. So let's just start running him over with bombers. And I could position the artillery in such a way. In fact, if I start capturing here, the enemy is going to attack that infantry. I don't know what with. There's not really a lot that's in range. And I have another infantry prepared to get into the APC anyways. And just keep making bombers. I guess some more infantry are warranted at this point. See, here it is again. Nothing! It did nothing! Might as well interrupt this cap. I might have to put some defense into the HQ area because we do have some soldiers headed that way. But I'll hold off on that. Like, maybe send some mechs up there when I get Merchant Union or something. Would the enemy... No, the enemy wouldn't be attracted to... Like, I guess the rocket just shot at the infantry just now because it was there. And you can see that he did in fact build an interceptor, but that is a costly unit, so he did spend quite a lot of money on it. Okay, first things first, take the missile out of commission. Oh no, the bomber's trapped. Except not really, I'm gonna blow it out of the way right now. Get rid of this. And this. And I guess I could go in... do that. Can I... And, oh, I know what to do. This medium tank is now affected by the enemy freeze glitch. I know, it's very abusive, I know. But I might as well, right? I saw the opportunity. Might as well go for it. Alright. Take you and... I'll freeze the 7 HP infantry as well. I don't think there's any way for Kanbei to attack this guy, so might as well have it stay there. And I might as well... I've got anti-airs inside now, so I don't really need an interceptor of my own. What I do need is one of these, though, because I've got a battlecopter coming this way. Lure it over and take it out. And, I can capture that. Join just because. So yeah, this map, I'm thinking it's a little big. I think I'm gonna wait until the end to give an opinion. Oh, is he gonna morale boost? He is? Okay. That's better than Samurai Spirit. It's incredibly annoying to deal with, Samurai Spirit. I mean, his APC on the HQ would be invincible if he used it. Alright, so only the interceptor can really do anything. It shoots down a bomber, as expected. Now, we can't freeze any unit on a base, so I think I'm going to be able to get Merchant Union on this turn. Oh, there's an enemy fighter as well. What to do? I guess I could... Oh, this is tricky because there's an artillery there, so if I try and start capturing straight away, that's probably not going to work, so I'm going to wait a turn. I hope I can get rid of the artillery now. Did I get Merchant Union? Yeah, I did. So do this. This will drain some money out of them, I think. And I might as well do these things as well. Set up some kind of a distraction for him. Though I might not need it. I'm gonna have this APC carry that infantry on the next turn. I might be able to start capturing the HQ. I'm not too sure. So now that all of that is done, I didn't capture these, so unfortunately I don't think Merchant Union is going to be as nice as I wanted it to be. In fact, the only real reason to use Merchant Union at this point is to... Well, I'm gonna go ahead and use it. I know where to get the really good stuff. No, Hachi. We want to avoid dealing in contraband. I really do think something is up with that sound effect that plays when you use Merchant Union, by the way. Alright, so mechs over here. That's gonna be enough to deal with the anti-air, I think. And I don't really need anything anywhere else. But a discount on a bomber is really nice. Might as well get this too. It's at least a little... building it here would have been better. Oh well. I already know I'm gonna get a not-so-good tech score, because I've been losing a lot of units. And this also does give me at least a little bit of defense. Not that it will matter. I am facing Kanbei. Oh, okay, so maybe the defense was worth it. Okay. Right, it should be safe for me to start taking the HQ now. I just have to actually get onto it and get past this really annoying APC. The computer always does this for some reason. There's always, like, an APC on the HQ or something. But now I can start working on it. And I also need to make sure that the enemy units are still frozen, and I would like to base block them as well. Not the most effective base block. With that 1 HP bomber, it's gonna get blown up. Right, so all of these guys, I'll just keep them where they are. No, that's a stupid place for the mech, actually. Because the anti-air is gonna use the HQ defenses now. Alright, let's, I don't really need any more bombers down there, I think, so I'm gonna use that instead. I'm gonna bink one over there. Alright, so this has been going smoother than I thought it would. And I could build over here, too. Right. I think the enemy could cut through to be capturing infantry, but they might not have... Well, they can't now. They could have, but they can't. And remember, I need another turn after this one in order to finish capturing the HQ. Because of the reduced capture speed. Actually, you know what? I wish I had a 1 HP infantry, because when I discovered that glitch earlier, I should have tried seeing what would happen if animations were on. The capture animations, rather. So... I've got a 2 HP infantry here. Maybe if the enemy can reduce it to 1 HP, we'll find out. If not, I'm actually gonna, like, go into a versus match or something afterwards and find out for sure. Because this does actually interest me. But in the meantime... let's see if the enemy manages to get one of these infantry down to 1 health. And then we'll see if we can get that to work. See, this rocket is... there's no building in range. At any rate, I guess this map is, not painful, if nothing else. Yeah, that's a lot of defense. I could actually Merchant Union again if I wanted to. What's my tech looking like? 11 lost, yeah. So I would need... you need to leave alive 20% of your... well, you're not allowed to lose more than 20% of the units you built in campaign mode. So... 11 lost. 12 lost, actually. 13 lost. And that's not going to be enough to actually stop me from capping. Oh! It's got 1 health. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm going to capture a completely... well, I need to free up one of the properties now. So... first get you out of the way. And then I'm turning on all of the animations. I'm gonna save, actually, because I don't know. This might bug out the game, but I'm just gonna see. Okay, that's what it does. It just plays the thing and then it doesn't decrease, so there wasn't a glitch or anything. Still, that was amusing to find out. I guess playing this map again was worth it after all, if I discovered something new that I legit did not know about Advance Wars before. I don't know why I'm capturing stuff. I should just finish the map already. Yeah, at least he didn't make any super errors, like on the level of Kanbei's error. But I do think these guys are overselling how well the battle actually went. I mean, that was a really easy defense to make. You just get some anti-airs instead of missiles and interceptors and whatnot. Well, that's all the countries, so I guess everything is fine. Oh, wait, no, of course not. There are still missions left, because I know that Advance Wars 2's campaign has a maximum of 34 missions, so of course there has to be a couple of things left. Okay, that's a big ouch. Yeah, Sonia gets savage here. Wow. This is your own father, girl. Even if it's true, that's pretty terrible to say. Also, there's no music. Ominous, isn't it? Okay, there's the music. Very inappropriate music. So were we getting bad intel? Oh, she hid them. You can't hide units in mountains, that only works in forests. And more than that, you can only put foot soldiers in mountains and, Yeah, I'm nitpicking. Well, who knows what's coming next? I don't remember myself, but we'll find out on the next episode. And the abysmal score is actually an S rank. Alright then. And the first thing Hachi thinks about is setting up shop. 14 turns, that's not that much at all. Alright, that was a very playable map. We'll see what's up next. And I'll see you guys in the next video.